Hey, tennis fans, you're listening to Matchpoint Canada, the official podcast of tennis in Canada. And I'm happy to be joined this week by a rising Canadian tennis star who is playing out her college days right now, south of the border in the United States. Mia Kupres from Edmonton, Alberta, friend of the podcast. I can say that now because you've been on several times. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Do you know this is your first time actually on the podcast just on your own without your often doubles partner, Ariana Arsenault, with you?
Yeah, I think I am aware of that. Yes.
Are you going to be able to carry the whole interview solo, or should we try and bring her in here?
I'll try my best. She might need to pop in here, though, to help me out.
Well, it's long overdue to have you on your own. I know you're going to be fine because the last two times were terrific, and so this time we get to just focus on you. And so thanks. I know it's not easy. It's a busy season for you, college tennis wise, and with your school and all that stuff too. So it really is appreciated. And it's been a while. I don't think I've spoken with you since last summer when you and
Yeah.
Ariana made such a big splash here in Toronto by making the quarterfinals of the WTA 1000 event, the National Bank Open, of course, which was terrific. And so I feel like we got lots to catch up on.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe I'll go back just to that summer because that still to me stands out as such a big moment. And I know you're busy with other things and always moving forward, but how much does that tournament in particular stand out to you? Like, how big of an impact did that have for you at that point in time?
At the time, I mean, still, I would consider it like one of the highlights of my tennis career. It was so much fun, the entire event. We were treated so well, and just like I never really played in an atmosphere like that. It felt kind of like the first like real big deal kind of tournament. And yeah, it's still like a really good memory in my mind. And it's kind of a motivation moving forward, like having experienced that it like leaves me striving to like want to repeat it again. And yeah.
It was just so crazy and unexpected, and the Canadian fans got behind the two of you, obviously being two young up and coming players for our country. And I mean, for those who are listening who aren't familiar, you went down against like arguably the best team in the world, and
Yeah.
also a team who I consider two Canadians because Aaron Rutliff lives in Montreal and certainly has grown up in Canada. And Gabby, of course, Gabby Dabrowski, everyone's so familiar with what she's done. I mean, just the fact that you pushed a top five, a top three team in the world so far in that loss. You ever go back to that match and say, "Oh gosh, if we had just played that point different," or do you just let it go and say, "Hey, that was a heck of an effort that we gave"?
Yeah, I don't really think of it with any regrets. I'm really grateful for the experience. And yeah, I just have really fond memories of it. And it's always so much fun playing with Ariana. And I feel like that result definitely opened up a lot of doors for us as well. Like we were able to like play some WTA events together, even like last fall and this past summer. So yeah, no regrets.
It's so fun and smooth that the two of you had never played doubles together before that summer, which just like
Yeah.
blows my mind. I think you guys dropped that one on me when we were speaking in Granby or even in the podcast one night. And I guess it just speaks to that friendship that the two of you have. Maybe you can speak a little bit about how you two Canadians get along so well and how it clicked immediately as doubles partners.
Yeah. I mean, we met like well, I've known her throughout all of juniors, but she was a little bit older than me, and we kind of officially met at, like, a camp that we did in Florida, like, a couple Christmases ago, and we roomed together there, and that's how we got sort of close, and then that summer, we ended up just traveling and playing doubles together, like, the entire summer and got super close, became really good friends, and yeah, since then, I consider her, like, one of my really good friends, and I'm grateful that the partnership brought us together.
Now, once you wrap up the college, circuit and graduate or move on to what I'm assuming is going to be a pro career, do you see the two of you playing a little bit more often? Do you hope to be able to
Yeah, for
connect
sure.
more regularly?
We definitely like I wanted to try and play some of the Canadian events this fall, but it just didn't work out with my school schedule has been kind of demanding this semester, and then next semester it'll be tough what with the season. There's not really any opportunity to play outside of college, but as soon as I'm done, I'm hoping to like capitalize on right away on the summer, and hopefully we can play that Canadian swing in the summer and some other events. and get back to it.
Well, I know you made a lot of new fans last summer, so I'm sure they're very eager to see the two of you back on the same side of the net
Yeah.
together. And Ariane is a little bit older than you, and she's finished her college career. You've got one more year after this one, is that right?
This is my senior year, so I'll be done
Oh yeah, of course,
after this May.
September to
Yeah.
spring. Yeah, yeah. So this spring you'll be finishing.
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited, eager for that to happen? Or are you hoping that this year kind of goes a little more slowly so you can enjoy your last sort of taste of college life?
A little bit of both. I mean, I'm excited to like move on to pro tennis, but I'm definitely trying to savor every moment of my last college year in college because it's been an amazing experience. So, yeah.
Well, you put up some good stuff on Instagram. I like the cowboy hat picture,
Appreciate it.
cowgirl hat picture, I should say. I was half wondering if you'd be showing up with the hat on for the podcast tonight, but I see we've left
I
that.
was debating, but
Yeah, yeah.
I decided not to today.
Next time, maybe.
Yeah.
But for those who aren't familiar, you're going to Texas A&M. It seems to me like you've had a pretty positive time so far. How would you describe the experience at that school in particular, and just the decision to go down and play there rather than stay up here in Canada or to turn pro sooner? Maybe just a little bit about the thought process that went into that initially.
Yeah, I mean, my experience has been amazing here. I've had so much fun and I think it's been like an awesome opportunity just being part of a team for the first time. It's not something if you don't play college tennis, it's not something you really experience in the sport unless you're playing like the Billie Jean King Cup, but even then, I mean, here it's like it definitely becomes more of a team sport. And yeah, so that definitely I've learned a lot from that. I feel like I've grown and matured a lot having to balance the schedule and everything and just the pressures of being in college as well as having to be a teammate. It's a bit of an added sort of thing thrown in there. Like just not you're not just playing for yourself anymore, you're playing for your school. And it's also a great setup, I think. It gives you the opportunity to strengthen like a lot of areas of your life at once. Like you have tennis, great coaching, great girls to hit with all the time, really good fitness, and obviously in the classroom too, like great professors. I am learning a lot and getting my degree in economics. So yeah, it's all been a super positive experience. And in terms of how I made the decision, it was kind of I was in between, like, am I going to go to school or am I gonna keep at that point, I was still training, like, in Montreal with the federation, so I was wondering, like, am I gonna continue with that? But ultimately, sorry, I decided just to, uh, yeah, pursue college tennis, and I visited a few schools, but Texas A&M just stood out to me, and, yeah, I'm happy with my decision.
It's great to hear such a positive experience because, I mean, obviously, not every kid has that. I don't mean kid, but every young player gets that experience. And I know speaking with your teammate from last year, Carson Brandstein, it took her a couple of schools before she really felt
Yeah.
like she found the right fit for her in her career, college career. So that's great to hear. Economics is actually what I started my undergraduate degree in, and I lasted all of one semester before I realized
I
it's
think you
not.
told me that before.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
not for me, so I'm glad it's working out for you. Do you see beyond tennis? I mean, many years down the road, is that something that you feel like you'll put to use?
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually in like a master's program right now, so it'll take me like one extra year to finish it. So hopefully I end up sticking that out and I have the master's degree and I have that to lean back on if tennis doesn't end up working out, or maybe it does and I still want to pursue it like many years down the road.
So that would be an additional year after this one,
Yeah, but I won't be on the team, so I'll be just kind of like doing school, but also like traveling and
traveling
playing.
all over the place and
Yeah.
hitting the tennis ball.
Yeah.
Now, right on, right on. Is Edmonton going to be home base when you wrap up down there in terms of your like back home, or what's the plan there?
Uh, there isn't really like a completely set in stone plan, but yeah, I mean, it's nice to have like my family still lives in Edmonton and I still have a really good relationship with the club that I grew up playing at and my old coach from juniors. So yeah, that's definitely a nice place just to be able to go back to, and hopefully Montreal or Toronto or wherever it is, I can like integrate myself into the Tennis Canada world once again.
I'm sure they're going to be waiting for you with open arms, given what you've already done, in your young foray into professional tennis at the tournaments here in Canada. I think back to meeting your mom a couple summers ago in Toronto and just how proud she was of you as she was watching your matches, with Ariana and what you've done so far. So she must be pretty eager to get you back closer to home too, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I was really happy that she was able to be there for that event. She didn't get to My parents didn't travel a ton with me to like the bigger junior tournaments, so it was fun to see her like watch me in that kind of atmosphere. I don't think she's ever experienced anything like it while watching me. So yeah, that was fun.
What was it like for you growing up as a kid? Was tennis always something that you were into? Did your parents put you into that at like a super young age? Was that
Yeah,
something
yeah. It
that
was
they had skills in or a past in, or what was your path to the sport?
Parents were just always really big fans of tennis, not necessarily they did not play themselves, just for fun a little bit. And that's how I got like introduced to it. I would like run around the court when they were playing. And it would kind of always we would always be watching it on the TV all the time. They were always really big fans even before I started playing. And so they just decided to put me into it, and it was always just tennis from that moment. I
What
liked it a lot right away, and
Yeah.
then I just kind of ran with it.
Did you have a favorite player or a couple of favorite players growing up that you really, aspired to be like one day?
I mean, my family is very big fans of Djokovic, always has been from the start. So yeah, I grew up cheering for him, and I think like as I have gotten older, I've grown to appreciate him a lot more than just like being like my family's like favorite tennis player. I like his game. His movement is amazing, and just the things he's been able to achieve are really inspiring. Like, I feel like really proud to cheer for him. Just the like heights he's reached in the game is great, and like the way he talks about the mental aspects of the game as well. I think that's something that every player can kind of listen to and take inspiration and notes from.
Well, full disclosure, before I was in the media side of things and when I was younger, I was a big Federer fan. So both you
Yeah,
did now.
I like all 3 of them.
No, that's the
Djokovic is
same
my
thing.
favorite, but I appreciate all of them, and I really love watching all of them. So,
That's a
there
good
is
same
no
answer there.
hatred here.
Yeah, no, here neither. But I did feel when Nadal came along, I'm like, oh no, he's pushing my favorite player here. And then Djokovic came, and I'm like, oh, not another one. You know what I mean? And it took me
Yeah.
a while to appreciate, I would say, both of them, just because I was such a Fed fan when I was young, or younger. But to see what Djokovic is doing now, and as he approaches 40, certainly, around my age, okay, a little bit younger, but I can definitely appreciate how hard that must be and just the passion he still has for the sport. And do you think he's got one more slam left in him?
I think yes, it's not maybe I wouldn't bet on it, but I would definitely say it is more than possible.
A 25th
Yeah.
will be a pretty sweet way to cap off a career, I think, for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Um, I mentioned a little bit earlier Carson Branstein, and we've talked about Ariana, and I mean, there's such a good cluster of Canadian women right now, and young women who've got years ahead of them in their career. I think it's a really bright time in Canadian sports on the women's side and the men's side, but the women just seem to have a little bit more depth, even maybe coming up. Billie Jean King Cup is approaching, and when you look at that roster, boy, it's incredible how it kind of changes year to year and how many new faces are on there now. And again, I think that speaks to the depth. But when you see players like Cadence Brace, Carson Branstein, Vicky Mboko, all young women who you've known for a long time, trained with, competed against, what's it like to see them representing our country right now at the highest level?
I mean, the first like thing that comes to mind is just I'm so happy for them. I know how hard all of them have worked. They're all super amazing girls. And yeah, especially Vicky, I was really close with her growing up. We have traveled together a lot. We even lived together in the same host family for a bit and just trained together. And she's always been like extremely hardworking, and yeah, just like a great girl. And I'm super happy that she's having success. She really deserves it. And the same thing for Cadence. Like, yeah, those two, they're like workhorses. I feel like they just really, really grind day in, day out. So I'm happy that they're they're getting that success. And Carson, of course, like I mean, she was my teammate, and I'm really proud to have been her teammate and to like see her representing Texas A&M on that stage. She's kind of the first like women's Texas A&M tennis player to be reaching those heights and kind of giving our team a name on like the global tennis stage. So that's super awesome for her. And we're all really happy for her here, especially since she makes it such a point to like talk so highly of our school and stuff. Yeah, she's very loved around these parts.
Does it make you excited to kind of join that world on a more full-time basis then?
Yeah, for sure. I see them and I hope that like I can join them one day. Billie Jean King Cup, that'd be super awesome. It's definitely a goal of mine.
Did you watch much of Vicky's run to the big trophy in Montreal this summer? Did that like that just blew my eye.
Yeah.
You know what I
It was
mean?
amazing. I mean, yeah, she was amazing. When she is on, like, she hits the ball, like, better than anyone or as good as anyone can. I think that she can play at such a high level. I think it's so awesome just to be able to see her, like and the fact I've just known her for so long and that she's just out here and basically, like, became a celebrity overnight is it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've known her for a lot of years now, and talked to her a bunch on the podcast. And you always knew that talent was there, and just waiting for a
Yeah,
moment
for
for her to
sure, for
break out.
sure.
But my goodness, it just all happened so quickly and so soon.
I
And the
know.
next thing you know, it's like quarterfinals, semifinals. Oh my God, she's lifting that trophy and beating all those former Grand Slam champions too. It was yeah, super inspiring for me to watch it as someone who's covered the sport in this country for a long
Yeah.
time. And I would imagine for you, for someone who's a friend of hers, just another element of enjoyment too, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was great.
So tell us, Mia, as we wrap up, what's the rest of this year looking like for you? I admitted off air before hitting record that I know very little about the schedule of college tennis, but you mentioned the team portion is kind of wrapped up, but the individual portion is still ahead. So maybe you can just speak to what's left in your tennis season there.
Yeah, for this year, the team stuff got done, wrapped up around May. So now the fall, there's some events to qualify for the NCAA individual tournament, which I did like a couple weeks ago, just in a regional tournament. And yeah, I'll be playing the NCAA singles in mid-November. So before then, there's also like a 50K in Austin that I'm gonna go down and play. So playing a pro tournament, making
Oh.
it back.
Has it been a while since your last one?
Uh, yeah, I haven't played any since the summer. I guess that wasn't that long ago, but it's been like a couple months. So yeah, it'll be good to get back into that. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I've got lined up at the moment for the rest of the year. And then it's back up playing the team season in January.
Right on. You get home for a little break then over the holidays?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And no Tevlin Challenger. I guess we won't be seeing you in Toronto in a few weeks.
No, unfortunately, not this year, but hopefully next year.
Okay. Well, we look forward to that and look forward to seeing you
Yeah.
back
Me as
on
well.
the Canadian circuit in the summertime. It was great to see you in Granby a couple of years ago, and it'll be the women here in Toronto this summer. So hopefully we'll see you back at the National Bank
Yeah, I hope so.
as well.
I really hope so. That'll be super fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, you handled yourself quite well without Ariana here, so you can shoot her a message.
Appreciate
Say,
it. Thank you.
hey, I got my first Match Point Canada interview without you under my belt. Really do appreciate you taking the time. Good luck at the last NCAA tournament, and we hope to catch up with you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys so much for watching us at Matchpoint Canada. If you like our work, follow along, hit the subscribe button below.